Welcome to the latest edition of the Buck Stops Here. I am your host, Hound Dog Buck 50, bringing you the latest in battle rap news and news in general. And I am the illest battle rapper in the game. But like I always say, this is not about me. Now, in this episode, we're going to talk about Kevin Samuels and his, he's done many videos, but the video that he really did and went viral, where he was telling the young lady that she was average, and he was just breaking it down about what it was. Basically, the young lady has a child. She wanted what you would call a high value man, a man that makes six figures, and whatnot. So Kevin Samuels asked her, what does she look like, and what dress size does she wear, and how does she look without makeup? She said average, So basically, Kevin Samuels was basically saying, look, you're average, so you're not going to get that type of man, because those type of men don't like, baby mamas, and that was the basis on that, subject. So for me, I just wanted to add my little 2 cents and talk about how I feel about that particular topic. Well, I would say this. If I sat here and played stupid and said I don't understand what Kevin Samuels was saying, I'd be lying. I get it. I totally get it. You know what I mean? About the kid's situation. And to tell you the truth, I'll go a step further. It's not necessarily about always being a quote unquote high value man and making six figures. It ain't about that. It's just about, I don't make six figures. I'm not broke, but I'll make six figures. But I don't necessarily want to date a woman with kids. Call it what it is. Would I date a woman with a child or kids? Maybe. But I'm going to be honest, I wouldn't make that my choice. I'm just being honest. But at the same time, I understand what Kevin Samuels was saying. But here's the thing. When you're in the dating game, I feel like as men, or not just men, as women, we tend to put our reality on other people. In other words, the way Kevin Samuels feels, I think he's sort of placing that on all men that are in that category. And that's not necessarily true. Because I know a lot of dudes, and I'm not talking about dudes that's bad off. Dudes that's doing okay in life, doing pretty good. And they dating chicks who got kids or got a child. So even though I understand what he's saying, and I agree to a degree, I won't necessarily say that a woman like that can't get a quote unquote high value dude. Nah, because I think the thing with, like I said, with dating is we all see things differently. For me, I'm looking at a situation where, like, if I see the woman with 3 kids, I'm thinking like, oh man, I don't want to deal with that. And then another dude, he looks at it like, oh, she got a beautiful family. So you see, everybody's perception is totally different. So you can't really tell somebody else how they're going to feel. Now, Kevin Samuels definitely has the right to feel the way he feels, and I get it. Like I said, I'd be capping if I said I didn't get what he was talking about, because when you're dating a woman with child or more than one child, it can be a challenging situation. But there's a lot of men out there that don't mind that challenge, and they're not bad off. And you know what? I don't know if they make six figures, but they doing well. So still to me that qualifies. The same way I said, I'm not making six figures, but I don't necessarily want to date a woman with kids either. So you don't necessarily got to be the top of you ain't got to be the, top of the food chain to necessarily be like, nah, that ain't me. That's just how I feel. So I feel like everything that he said, and I like Kevin Samuels, but I don't necessarily believe that a woman in that situation can't get a high value man. I don't necessarily believe so. because every man is different. Some dudes see kids and they're like, nah. Then you got others like, okay, cool. They just jump right in. So you can't really, put your beliefs on somebody else. It's just like the open relationship. You got a lot of women that'll be like, oh, hell no. But then as a woman, you got to remember that's you. There's other women out there that will do the open relationship. So there you have it. You can't transfer your feelings on every other woman, and so on and so forth. So that's all I was really wanting to talk about. It wasn't no long, drawn out conversation. But don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave comments of any other things you'd like me to talk about. And on that note, peace, love, and whatever else you think of love.